Oh, yeah. You are tuned into Mike in the Night, and I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night wherever you may be watching this transmission. It is 6:13 p.m. Pacific Time. Today is January 28th, 2023, and we're just going to go a little bit live here on the pre-show of Mike in the Night before we switch over to Odysee, and I'm going to leave you guys the link for Odysee. Oh, yeah. Episode 479. We are 9 weeks out, folks. Thanks for joining, liking, subscribing, and being part of the channel all these years. I really appreciate that. A lot of people following us for many years now, and through different platforms that we've had to been forced on. And I appreciate everybody for being with us all these years. And yeah, we got Cree's Crazy Life. Pre-show action. Yeah, we got Stephen Sewell, Stephen Sewell. So good to see you in the comments, buddy. I was actually mentioning you the other day. I haven't heard from you in a couple of weeks now, or you may have been on another live stream, but it's good to hear from you, Stephen. And yeah, we're very limited what we could say here on the pre-show. We're not privileged like other YouTube channels where they're allowed to open freely talk. They're not getting penalized or shut down or suspended. We've gone through 15 suspensions already, and it's really taxing. And a lot of people say to me, "Well, Mike, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Mike? 15 suspensions, three suspensions, and you're gone." No, they give you one, you can't live stream. They give you two, you can't upload for 3 months, and then you kind of wait a bit for it to cool down, and then you go back and start doing your thing again. And yeah, we got people watching from Pennsylvania, Gretchen Davis, and we got Miriam Z saying hi, and Blue Mountains of Oregon, Cree's Crazy Life. What? I'm here. I'm there, listening on the side, still on dial-up. Who's really on dial-up? Can you even get dial-up service anymore? Wow. All right, guys, let me put the link here for you guys for the Mike in the Night. We're going to go live on Odysee in about 45 minutes. The countdown begins. There it is right there. And I'm going to pin this to the top. Okay, pin to message. Pin message. There it is, guys. Up top on the pin messages. We're going to go live on Mike in the Night on Odysee. Unfortunately, we just can't. We just can't do it on here. We can't talk about anything on here. We can't take your calls on here because I don't censor the calls, so we can't really do anything on here. So I'll talk with you guys in the comments if that's okay. We got Good Shepherd in Hawaii. Good to see you again, my good friend. We got Jordan in the house. Can I call in? We'll get you to call in if you want to call in. You can call in on Mike in the Night on Odysee, because this way, like I don't screen people's calls, right? And yeah, just call me on Odysee when we go live. We're gonna switch over. The links on top when we go live there, and we'll go over a few things. I got a few headlines here I may be able to read here for you guys. So let me do a quick channel plug if that's okay, so you guys know where to find us in case we go down or whatever happens. I'm getting a lot of notifications here for some reason. All right, guys, that's where we are there. There's our Facebook page, for some reason, is back up, and it seems to be like people are starting to get messages, I guess, or people are starting to get stuff. So there we are on Facebook. And then we are artbydano.com, artbydano.net, not your typical art. Fakeologist.com, don't forget to go to FakeOTube. Just go to fakeotube.com. Let's refresh this. This guy's uploading stuff every couple of minutes here. Look at this. 37 minutes ago, an hour ago. This guy's working hard. FakeOTube. I've been on his channel a few times. KiwiRadio.nz, MikeInTheNight.com. Don't forget to check it out. MikeInTheNight.com. There it is, MikeInTheNight.com. If you guys don't mind checking it out, and really appreciate going to KiwiRadio.nz, MikeInTheNight.com. If you want to support us, You can go to donor box here. Keep the lights on for Mike of the Night. Kevin J. Johnson now is on Rumble. If you guys want to check him out, Kevin J. Johnson at freedomreport.ca. And I'm on Rumble now. So if you guys were posting replays of Mike of the Night on Rumble, I'm having a lot of people ask me if I can go live on Rumble. We tried. We did a few test live streams. Everything was good. And then we tried to go live on Rumble. We promoted it. We got all the platforms on board. Okay, guys, we're going live on Rumble. Mike of the Night, we're going to do this. And the night of the Mike of the Night, they wouldn't surrender me a stream key. I kept refreshing. They wouldn't give me a stream key. And then basically barred me from like live streaming on there. I did a few test live streams, made sure it worked. I even paid the Rumble the $30 US dollars per month. And like the membership and everything. And I couldn't stream. I couldn't stream on there. It wouldn't let me stream. And then I had to frantically go back on Odysee, get everything set up on Odysee, and have to move the live stream over. And what an absolute nightmare that was. Oh, our boy Heiza says, so good to hear from you, buddy. I hope the show has just started. I want to listen while I mix concrete today. He's such a good person. Heiza says it's like sometimes I just watch his videos just to hear him talk. He is such a beautiful person, guys. I mean, if you want, like, he is so. I just love the way he approaches certain things without saying it in a way, but getting his message out there. It's yeah. Heiza, we're gonna be on here for about 35 minutes, and we're gonna switch over to Odysee. Link is on top. We will go to Mike of the Night on Odysee, where we could actually openly, freely speak. Okay, who else is on here? Oh, man. Jesus R is in the house. We got Sandman in the house. Super stoked for tonight's show. Also love the pre-shows on YouTube. So, yeah, you guys are getting the hang of this, right? So, you guys are getting the hang of this. We kind of come on here, talk a little bit, and then we just go do our thing somewhere else because we're not welcome to do it on here. We're not privileged to do it on here. For some reason, we're just not. They just don't want us talking on here. There's a lot of channels that are allowed to talk because people keep sending me links. Look what this guy said, Mike. Look what he said. I watched the video. Oh my God, how can this guy even say this on YouTube? If I even hinted towards what this guy said, they will ban me. It doesn't make any sense. It never made any sense. So after our 15th suspension, I just said, you know what? I'm going to start doing things on another platform. We tried on Rumble. They just, I don't know why, but we were shown the door pretty much in a polite way. And we're on Odysee, and Odysee hasn't given us any problems. And their support team is very good, right? So we got Nina Cobbler in the house. We got Lord Humongous in the house. We got the Humongous wants Mike of the Night on YouTube. Yeah, the problem is we just can't say anything, right? Like half the articles, we're not, I just don't know how the privilege level on YouTube works for you to be allowed to say certain things. I'm definitely not allowed to say certain things. So I don't know. I've tested it. Trust me, I've tested the waters, right? So yeah, natural gas is the safest and cleanest fossil fuel. I don't think it's a fossil fuel, though. It's just a natural element that's found in the Earth's crust. I don't think it's from dinosaurs, though. I think it's just a natural fart. I called this a few years ago. Natural gas is like a natural fart from the Earth, right? It's releasing its gas, so to say. Hopefully a big channel could take that and run with it. All right, guys, let's open some headlines I'm allowed to talk about. I got to be really careful. I got Press TV open here. I got to be careful. I got RT open here. I got things on here. They'll throw me. Okay, here is no, I can't bring that up on here. Okay, let's move over. Let's move on here. I can't bring that up. Let me just kind of go through this right here. Okay, here it is. This is this one we could talk about on here. China protects its children from TikTok, restricts social media time to 40 minutes a day, while Western children face rampant addiction, warns French neurologist. I pulled all the electronics off. My kids were timed on it, and I basically kind of cut it off cold turkey. No more electronics for the kids. We have our Plex, our server, where we serve. Basically my own home server. And I have the programming already on the stuff that I want, that I own. And my kids watch. Me and my son are watching Cobra Kai. We're watching The Old Karate Kid, Beverly Hills Cop, Lethal Weapon. We're watching stuff like that. We're watching what I feel is better than watching the crap on TikTok and stuff. We use Microsoft to manage and limit everything. Yeah, you could. There's software out there that allows you to limit and stuff, but I just have the Plex. Everybody's like, we bought those TVs that are like smart TVs, so we took everything off and left the Plex on. Look it up one time when you get some Plex TV. What is it? I blocked all the free stuff they offer us, and I just put our stuff, our home videos, our family videos, all our stuff is there for us to watch, and we don't bother with watching what they program for us. So this is it right here. This is major, and this is kind of communist, where China is restricting. It's no surprise here. Let's go to article scan here. It's no surprise that social media time 40 minutes in China a day, for China a day, while Western children's lives and academic potential are being destroyed through social media use and nearly unlimited screen time. China is actively restricting TikTok and other social media platforms to benefit the development of their children, according to French neurologist and author, Michael Desemergent. You can really see the difference between OECD countries and Asian countries. While China joined the PISA program in 2009, which tests children's abilities, it was a real electric shock for the West, he said in an interview with one of Germany's top newspapers. And it's very true. The electronics are frying our kids' brains. Get off the damn stuff. Get off the damn stuff. It's not good. Yeah. I'm just reading the comments here. Lord Humongous is saying he plugged the show on Uneducated Economist live stream earlier. Thanks, man. Really appreciate that very much. Guys, we are 9 weeks out. Okay? What's 9 weeks? Well, we've been keeping track for you guys in the Northern Hemisphere here until we start going back into spring. So as of today, we are 9 weeks out of this dark, gloomy, cold winter we're having here in the Northern Hemisphere. So people ask about that. What does that mean? Every week you're counting down a week. What does that mean? Well, we are 9 weeks out. You can see it there below on the bottom part of the screen here. And you can see that we are 9 weeks out. That's what that means, because people are asking me, what do you mean by 9 weeks, Mike? Yeah. Oh, Big Rob New Zealand says, I watched The Stand as per your recommend. It was great. Oh, it was phenomenal. Big Rob New Zealand, I know you saw the movie now, so can I ask, I'm not spoiling it, what did you think of The Hand of God? That was so good. The Hand of God. Oh, yeah. What did you think of The Hand of God? Big Rob New Zealand. Yeah, all 6 hours of it. Yeah, the movie's long. It's 5-6 hours, but I think it's a great 5-6 hours to watch. And it's kind of like a prequel, or not a prequel, but kind of like a replay of what happened, what they would try to have happen to us, if that makes any sense. You could find it on YouTube, guys. It's called The Stand, Stephen King movie. I think it's 5 hours and 40 minutes or 6 hours long. I recommended it last week, so yeah. He loved The Hand of God. I know, it was so good. It was so good. So, wow, we got people here from all over the place tuning in. And, what's up, Lord? Good to be back from Mexico, I think. Standing mannequin in the house. Yeah, we'll be here till 10 if you're on Pacific time, and then we're going to switch over to Odysee for Mike in the Night. Let me give you guys the link again, fresh there, so it's in the comments, comments there. Unfortunately, we just don't have the privilege, to talk on here, and we've paid for that multiple times, right? So it is what it is. It's not my platform; it's their platform, so they could decide what they want, what we can say on here, right? All right, let's go back to headlines we won't get kicked off of YouTube for. So there it is. China protects its children from TikTok. And IBM announces 3,900 layoffs as big tech financial struggles continue. So this is going to be an attack on the private sector, guys. We've been talking about public sector versus private sector, moms and pops versus, you guys know where I'm going with this because I've been talking about this for years. And the private sector just can't do it anymore. Private sector can't keep up with inflation. Government jobs just get raises. A lot of government jobs. I know people I know people in the public sector where I live in the small town. They're making 140 grand, 120,000 a year. And I triple confirmed that when people said, people don't make that. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of people making a lot of good money, big money, but at what cost? It's costing us, the taxpayers, and basically governments can't fund it, so they just print money out of thin air to pay these people, and it basically brings our currency or our values to zero, or brings our buying power to zero, right? Yeah, big tech is brainwashing Central, says Lord Humongous. Who else is saying something here? Big Rob wants to make a recommendation. Can I make a recommend a movie? By Dawn's Early Light. Great movie. Okay, by Dawn's Early Light. I think I've seen that movie. Yeah, I think that's a good one too. The Arlington Road movie is good too, guys. If you haven't seen Arlington Road, watch Arlington Road. Please watch Arlington Road. Papa P is saying, Mike, things are getting rough here in southwestern Ontario. Been working 40 years. Yeah. So what people do here, let's piss off a bunch of people here tonight on Mike in the Night. Tonight we're going to be pissing people off, especially if you live in Canada. And prices are crashing right now in the southern United States. And I am going to bring this up to make people feel good. Not feel good, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So for people living in Canada or New Zealand or you know what I'm saying, you will see what I'm talking about. Just give me 1 second here. Let me find it here. They're going to redo this whole website just because of me coming on it. Watch. All right, let's do this. Let's go to the southern warm part of the United States here. Are you ready for this, Canadians, Australians, New Zealanders? Price cuts on all properties. So we've been following a lot of these properties for years here on the channel. Here you go. That's the southern United States. Look at the pricing on these homes. And some of the property tax on this stuff is almost like $300 a year. And this one's going to go to auction. And they're lucky if they get 70, 80,000 for that. Because in some of these parts, there's no foreign investing allowed. So you're not going to get a pile of investors in from China that are going to buy these homes and leave them empty, right? Look at this. Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see what you guys have. Oh, yeah. So look at these. Look, tons, thousands to choose from. Endless. And there's price cuts. There's a ton. 6 bedrooms, 2 baths, 84 large. 5 bedrooms, 2 baths, 88 large. 50 large, 6 bedrooms, 2 baths. And it doesn't end. It just keeps going and going. And if this is out in a rural country like this, look how many property. Look at 200 large, 5 beds, 2 bathrooms. Look at the land off of the main highway here. And watch this, guys. 1 building, 2 buildings, 3 buildings, 4 buildings. Yeah. You buy this in Canada? You want to buy that in Canada? $4 million. $4 million in Canada. $4 million. In Canada, there's $4 million. So there it is right there. $4 million bucks, Canada. So here, let's keep going on here. Look at this 99 large, 199 grand. Look at this house, 2-car garage, 179,000. The reason why I'm showing this, and a lot of people in the States are looking at this, Mike, those are all dumps in America. This in Canada, outside of one of our major cities, is a couple of $1 million, depending on which city you're outside of. If you're in the GTA outside of Toronto, with this land, this is a couple of $1 million. So people need to understand that. So people in America are watching this and saying, people in America are watching this, Mike, why, these are like, I don't know, man, these houses, you could buy something better for 400 grand. Why would you spend one? Because in Canada, this house right here, this 8-bedroom, 5-bathroom, this thing in Vancouver is, with that kind of space and land, you're probably looking at about $4 or $5 million. I could show you the burnt down house that sold for burnt down. There was no house for $3 million. It was burnt to the ground. So, okay. Oh, look, Dr. Mysterio's messaging me. And Junkyard Dog. People are messaging me right now. We're going to switch over to Odysee so we can go live and talk about actual stuff. So, there it is right there, folks. We're getting screwed here in Canada. We sold out to foreign investing. That's why DeSantis doesn't want Chinese investors or CCP influencers or corporations from China to come up and buy Florida. Look at this. Look, and there's price cuts. Look at this price cut, 9,000. Price like 60 days on Zillow. No one's going to pay $200 large for that. In Canada, $6 million. But this is where we are. This is where we're at. You know. Any prices in South Dakota? I got South Carolina here. I don't know much about the Dakotas. I can't tell you because, again, I lived in the South. I know the South. I know some of these areas. I even know some of these addresses that are for sale in some of the places I've been to. I don't know nothing about the Montana, the Dakotas. Like, I don't know those areas. I don't know. Like, I know Michigan. I've been to Michigan many times. And, I've been to Toledo, Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, Dearborn, Michigan, Flint, Michigan, Pontiac, Michigan. I've been to, like, I know some states. Some of those other states, I don't know, like the Dakotas. Yeah, LOL. Love looking at cheap houses. These are not, see, the thing is, these aren't cheap homes. It's that wages and incomes are tied to real estate prices. Not money laundering, right? Look at this thing. 159, 7 bedrooms, 3 baths. It's endless. We could be here for 3 days looking at every house here. And my favorite is, oh, that's American. Mike, that's 129,000 American. Okay, that's 170 Canadian. So what? That's $3 million in Canada. But, yeah. Lake Park, Georgia, nice place, says Grindhouse Cartoons. That's art by Dano, artbydano.com. No, Dano, we're going to switch over to Odysee in a bit. We're going to jump off of here. 3D Cow is saying, hi, Mike, longtime viewer, like your vids. Thanks, bud. Would love a small ranch. Where can you protect your property without offending snowflakes? Go to Alabama. Go to never eat East Texas. Yeah, Go to East Texas. Go to Alabama. Go to Florida. Go to South Carolina. Go to South Georgia. South Georgia's go to Macon. Go move to Macon, Georgia. Someone's saying lots of homes in Detroit under 50,000, but see, I don't really promote anything or talk about Detroit because it's too far north. It's too cold. This is okay. Like there's no lakefronts here. They got a bit of ocean depending where you are, but the lakefronts up north are too cold, man. It's just too cold in the winter. Look, a nice hobby farm, 7 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. It's never ending. Look You could like start generating electricity from this little, water wheel there. All kinds. It doesn't like it keeps going and going and going and going and going, because incomes. Look at this, 34 large. Foreclosure property. A nice young family could go in there, do some landscaping, clean it up a bit. 34 grand. Your mortgage payment on a 10-year amortization, on a 3-year term, is probably going to be less than $100 a month. Like it's crazy. Like we just don't have that in Canada. Canada's not a country where you could prosper. Like you can't prosper in Canada. Price cut $8,000. These things are all price cuts. Look, price cut 13 grand. It's gonna keep going down, folks. It's gonna, in the States it is. Canada's starting to see a correction, but Canada needs the housing to stay up because our economy is based on off of it, right? So 3D Cows has left Canada 6 years ago, live in Japan now, paid $1,600 a month for rent in Vancouver. Now I pay $600 for a much nicer place. Looking to buy a house soon. Never could have done that back home. No, of course, no. You could go out, like you can go just outside of the big cities of Japan. We had a caller on Mike in the Night on Odysee that called in that's buying an old tobacco plantation with all the buildings and all the machinery on it for $30,000, right? I'm not asking for free housing or freebies here. I never was. I just want wages to be in line with the cost of living, right? And this is a big, big problem, guys. And I don't know what to say to this anymore, because we've been bought out for so many years, and you guys have been hearing me complain on this channel for so many years. It's almost like a broken record here. Yeah, that's the problem. Some people are saying, well, because it's just it's possible for Canadian proper or Canadian European descendant Canadians to get into the U.S. It's impossible. I tried getting my citizenship, did everything by the book, had a corporation sponsor me, made sure I wasn't stealing an American's job, and they declined me after 5 years of doing all this paperwork and thousands of dollars. But if you come in from the southern border, it's wide open. It's wide open. You get a free phone, and then you get a free ticket to where you're going in the U.S. Here, Canada is open air prison. Yeah, land and the house are too expensive here in New Zealand. Oh, yeah, we've been covering New Zealand real estate. That's probably how Big Rob New Zealand even knows about us. We've been covering New Zealand real estate on this channel for years. How it's like this thing here, this house right here outside of Auckland. There's just maybe just in the outer limits of Auckland with this kind of land. This is probably like $3-4 million for this $180,000 house. But the house in Auckland has no insulation, and it's built like garbage. This house actually has a decent foundation. This 180 grand, probably 45,000 to build. To build this in New Zealand, you're looking at about $600,000 to build the same house. Oh yeah. Somebody saying, I want to buy rural, only issue is limited internet. Okay, guys, people keep saying that. Can't you get that Elon Musk thing? That internet? I think Dr. Mysterio is using the Neuralink, what's it called? That internet from Elon Musk's internet. Dr. Mysterio is using that, and he's telling me it works fine for him, right? Someone saying move to the South Island. Starlink, yeah, thanks guys. Everyone's jumping in the comments. Starlink. Doesn't Starlink work, or? Oh, so somebody's saying that's too slow. I need to make video calls. Oh. Okay, is Starlink like dial-up? Like really bad? I know it's supposed to be satellite internet, but is it really that bad that you can't stream on it? I'm going to ask Dr. Mysterio because I know he has it, and I know he calls into Mike in the Night with it. I wonder why in some parts it's terrible, and in some parts it's good. Yeah. Look at the comments. Everyone jumping in. It's Starlink Mike. You guys are the best. I swear. Let me get a clapping here. We got Joe Pesci. We got Joe Pesci ready for tonight on Odysee.
Hiya, pal. Yeah, at least you could do is return my phone calls. We're not gonna hurt you.
Okay. So Heisa says in Australia that his brother-in-law has it. Okay, interesting. M. Howell saying apartments and condo buildings everywhere in Boston area for who? No one could afford it. Yeah, so that's the problem. That's the problem with the blue states of America, right? Oh, it's Mike in the Night, folks. You are tuned in to Mike in the Night. Yeah, it depends where you're at. It depends. And it depends how many people are using it. Stephen Sewell is saying that Starlink has too many people on satellite. Taxes is coming hard for Americans, says CJ. What else? Okay, we got our soundboard ready to go.
Hulk Hogan. I'm Hulk Hogan. I am the real Hulk.
We got Ric Flair.
Woo!
Oh yeah. We got Arnold. I love this one. Hold on. There's one here for Arnold. The Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's got some really good stuff here. Let me see if I could find that soundboard that I keep laughing my butt off. Right here.
I don't know.
He's got another one here. Watch this.
I don't know.
I love this guy.
I don't care.
No deal.
I don't care.
Thank you.
Game over.
Los Angeles.
America.
So, getting ready for Mike in the Night here, guys, on Odysee, and I'll tune out in 10 minutes, and I'll switch over the link for you guys to Odysee. I'm going to give you the link here. I'm going to give you the link here for you guys if you want to join us tonight on the Odysee show. I would appreciate that. All right, guys, channel plug real quick. There it is. Mike, I kind of cleaned up the Facebook page, guys. If you want to follow me on Facebook, I'm there too. I do put up links for upcoming events of Mike in the Night and other things. Artbydano.com, artbydano.net, not your typical art. Don't forget to check out Dano at the Huntington Beach Pier. And original prints available too. Whoa. Original paintings available. Glossy prints, 3 for $30. Don't forget to check it out. Vacologist.com. Don't forget to check out FacoTube, and it's updated every other hour. Go check it out. And MikeInTheNight.com is KiwiRadio.nz, where we have episodes of Mike in the Night. You'll find them here on replay. You guys can check it out. And keep the lights on for Mike in the Night if you want to go to Donor Box and support us. Kevin J. Johnson, now FreedomReport.ca, is on Rumble. And I am posting replays of... Here, guys, if you have a Rumble account, go there and support me on there, too. Go ahead and support me on there, guys. On Rumble. I'm on there, too. And I'll give you the link for our Odysee right here real quick. I'll give you the link for our Odysee here, if that's okay. And if you guys want to join us tonight for Mike in the Night, we're going to switch over in about 12 minutes so we can actually openly discuss what is happening. So there it is. Our chat is moving here nicely. So there it is. And I'm going to paste that right there for you. Oh, I'm pasting it in the other chat. Oh, God. Here we go. There's the Odysee chat for later, if you guys want to join us on Mike in the Night, where we could speak freely. And 27 people waiting on the other side. 27 people waiting on the other side. Oh, yeah. There it is, folks. You are tuned in to Mike in the Night, the voice of the Commonwealth. Oh, yeah. So, what else we got going down here? Burning the Midnight Oil with Mike in the Night. I want to thank people from the UK that are tuned into the show. in Ireland, and I had a guy from Ireland called in 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, okay, if you're in Ireland, what time is it? Because I know what time it is in Ireland when we do Mike in the Night. 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, well, yeah, you got it, you got it. And then 2 Mike in the Nights ago, I had a guy in a taxi, in the back of a taxi, on his way home from church, calling into the show from Bangalore, India, in the back seat of a taxi, calling Mike in the Night live in Bangalore, India, driving home from church. I'm not making this up. Like, you could listen to the show, and you could tell he's not in a North American. Can you hear the beeping and the type of sounds in the background? Starlink. Look at Netscott's service map. Could be why satellite situation is overwhelmed. Look at NetScout live. Okay. Live denial of service map. Maybe that might help somebody out that's trying to get... Lead Shoes Cobbler say, hey, Mike, freezing our arses off in Winnipeg. Oh, yeah. There's only so much we could say on here, folks. I mean, I gotta get you guys all prepped up and ready to go to the real show so we can actually get in your calls and really actually just talk, you know, and because I just can't censor your calls, right? And I don't want to censor your calls, right? I just want you to call in. Sometimes people call in with interesting stories. Sometimes people call in with interesting predictions. Sometimes people call in what's happening in their lives or how it's affecting others. And then some people call in to tell me off. Some people call in to whatever. And it's not censored, right? Someone said it's snowing where they are again. Closing into 20,000 subscribers, Mike. Congrats. No, that's kind of embarrassing, actually, because we've been on YouTube for over 10 years. It's my second channel. My first channel was terminated in 2012. I have, I don't know, close to 5,000 videos. You could look at the channel and see it on YouTube, and 19,000 subscribers. So for every 5 subscribers I have 1 video just for them. That's very embarrassing. There's a lot of post-COVID channels that came out after COVID hit, and they millions of subscribers, openly, freely talking, no shutdowns, no bans, nothing. These post-COVID channels. We're pre-COVID. Heisa Says is in here. He's pre-COVID, way before COVID. We're talking like 2015, 2013, 2012, pre-COVID channels. There's not a lot of pre-COVID channels around that are still on YouTube that were doing predictions and discussing upcoming events and, because of the weird girl thimbles. Because of the weird girl thimbles, had no idea what you were about. Oh, well, I have different thimbles on for Mike in the Night. This one here is an abandoned, well, it's not an abandoned. It looks like it's working. Phone booth, Mike in the Night, right? Mike in the Night. Right. But what it was before Mike in the Night, we had Trends in the Housing Market back in 2014. I'm finding episodes of Trends in the Housing Market for 2014, 2015. Right? So there was no weird thimbles or anything, right? So, I yeah, so when I first discovered you, it was weird thumbbill. I don't know. Here, let's take a look right now and see let's see if we could find something abnormal here going on this channel. We got 5 minutes and I'm clocking off, guys, and we're gonna go over to the real show where we could actually speak freely. Let's go over to the channel. Oh, it doesn't let me go to old videos anymore. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So when I go to YouTube, right, there I am live. Now, the problem is, before, I used to go to my videos, and then I would go to, over here, to oldest. That's gone. We can't see oldest videos anymore, right? So we can't even see oldest videos. So I can't, so I would have to go all the way down here through 5,000 videos. 4,000, I think 700 now. I think they took down a few the other day. But if you keep going back, you would see, we're still going back. You got to go way back here and you'll start to see, yeah, I think Porno Pete's going to call in Mike in the Night tonight, guys. Porno Pete there. Message to him, but I think he's gonna call on Mike in the Night tonight, guys, so I'm giving you a heads up. So doesn't look that, I think maybe because of the girl on there, maybe weird thimble. Let me just keep going back. We're still a year ago, so this could take hours to go through. And there's Uneducated Economist on Mike in the Night. But there's, oh, I know what he means. I know what Heisa says means. I know what he means. Watch this. Go to playlists. Okay? Click on Mike in the Night. Watch this. I know exactly what he's talking about. Mike in the Night. Okay? So we're going back to Mike in the Night. When is this? From, when was this? 5 years ago? 2017. Watch this. I know what he's talking about. This. These images like this. That one there. Hold on. I'm just trying to see if some of them don't even have thimbles. But I know what he's talking about. Like this. Let me see if I could open that up a bit for you guys. Like these thimbles, just like Mike in the Night. That eerie, like that, you know? I think that's what he means. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be tuning out here with you guys here. And I'm going to head over to... I'm going to give you guys, again, another link to the Odysee for tonight for Mike in the Night. I'm going to switch over right now and get the stream keys logged in. And I'm going to take a swing of water here. And I'll see you guys on the other side. And I'll see you in 5 minutes. Mike Martin's here signing off for the pre-show of episode, what is this, 479 of Mike in the Night.